This is the Kim Gravel Show.
Weight and obesity is the shame game. I feel like I need a fitness intervention. I need help.
Our system, unfortunately, is not broken. It's rigged.
I was eating 4,000 calories a day.
They make us more hungry, and they're designed to do so. They're engineered to do so by food scientists. Stop fighting! You do nothing!
Idiot!
Shut up!
I don't want longevity talk here. Give me what I can do right now.
I can make it really simple.
Hey, y'all. Kim Gravel here. It's the Kim Gravel Show. And this week, I'm so excited because I've been waiting for several, I'd say a couple of months because to get this guest on. I've been a big fan of this woman for a long, long time, decades actually. I've got Jillian Michaels on the show today. She's America's ultimate motivator. The list goes on and on. A world-renowned health and wellness expert, an Emmy-nominated TV host who has written 8 New York Times selling books. She's helped millions and millions of people get in shape and get healthier. I can't wait to talk to her just for personal, just selfishness, because I feel like I need a fitness intervention. I need help. And I just hate working out. And y'all know me. I love to eat. Come on. I just ate Chips Ahoy before I'm talking to Jillian. Hey, Jillian, y'all. Welcome, Jillian Michaels.
Jillian Michaels.
Oh, no!
How did you like my Chips Ahoy? I just want to start off in a real place with you, Jillian. I don't want to fake it.
You got it with the Chips Ahoy. That's it. That's mic drop.
I was about to attack you, and then I heard like this sing song of angels calling my name, and
you can't.
Yeah,
you have to know my heart is in the right place. Can I just tell you? I'm a little bit afraid of you and a little bit like just want to be your best friend. I mean, it's both of those things combined. Do you get that everywhere you go?
Only when they first meet me. After they get to know me, they
love you,
my friend, and they're not afraid of me. I lose it all of it. It all goes out the window.
It's all just like it's the first impression. Now, this is what I love about you because I used to binge watch you on Biggest Loser back in the day. Your mission really is to help people. It really is. I don't know. I'm telling you about you, Jillian. Just sit back and listen.
Okay.
I think health and fitness is like the core. I think it's the vehicle that drives your message. I think your mission is really to see people become the best versions of themselves. Am I right? Or have I got you all wrong?
No, you have it 100% correct, actually. Mm-hmm. Fitness is transcendent. When we're feeling strong physically, we're feeling strong in other facets of our lives. And my journey in this space with my own fitness, and then subsequently trying to help empower others utilizing fitness, nutrition, and overall health and well-being is selfishly motivated. It's because as a child, I was overweight. I struggled with my health and had an addiction to crappy food. Long story short.
What?
I was going to say, like those Chips Ahoy you just showed me. And my martial arts instructor helped me get back on the right track. And it's selfish. I love what I do. I love it personally, and being able to share that passion and make money doing it. It's not because I'm some great human. I'm just really lucky to be able to make money in a field that I love. You know, I don't want anyone to get this twisted. I'm not some sort of an angel or an altruist. I'm actually really selfish. I am genuinely passionate, and it does bring a lot of meaning in my life personally to share this information, because then you get to play some small role in somebody else's journey towards wellness. And that's an honor. So I do really, really enjoy that, but still selfish nonetheless.
Well, I think we all should be in this case. Don't you think? If mom ain't happy, nobody's happy. If we're not healthy enough to give to our family, you're a mother of 2, correct?
Yeah,
I have 2 teenage boys. It is the hardest thing. I probably need to get fitness just to keep up with them. But but it's really, it's almost like taking care of our health. And I've gone on this big health journey. Okay, I'm going to make it about me for 2 minutes because I've got the Jillian Michaels on the show and I'm going to milk it. So last year I lost almost 60 pounds. Okay. I know. As I eat the Chips Ahoy. It was great.
Kim.
It changed my life. I got it one day. I looked in the mirror. I'm like, bump this. This is for the birds. I've got to make a change. And I said my whole weight loss, my whole getting healthy journey started with that one decision. And I was eating 4,000 calories a day. Jillian, don't. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what? There was a great study that illustrated people who think they're eating healthy don't understand the simple math that calories are energy and fat is stored energy, and they underestimate their calorie intake by about 1,000 calories a day, which is a lot. It's a pound a month. It's 12 pounds a year. It's 25 pounds in 2 years. So it really adds up.
And I had no idea. It was absolutely just not paying attention.
Yeah.
Not putting myself first.
I screwed up that math. I apologize. 1,000 calories a day screw up is 2 pounds a week is 8 pounds a month. And as you can imagine, it could be up to 80 pounds in a year. 100 extra calories a day that you miss is the 12 pounds a year. Yeah. That's why.
Dang.
I know. And then people turn around and they're like, I can't lose weight. It's because they're being lied to about the simple science. So they're like, well, I tried carnivore and that didn't work. And then I did intermittent fasting and that didn't work. And I was vegan and that didn't work. And it's like, listen, health is food quality, but calories in, calories out is size. And yes, the two do have a Venn diagram where they intersect. But you must understand, if you're trying to lose weight, you must reduce the amount of calories you're taking in.
Period. That's everything that I did. Now I will tell you, and I didn't work a program. I didn't get a shot. I didn't, awesome. I didn't get a trainer. I didn't even work out. And we're going to get to that in a second because I'm selfishly going to you're going to be my little mini motivator today. I mean, and I'm going to use me as a guinea pig. But this is the thing, it truly was that simple. I made the decision. I reduced the calorie intake only. I still went through the drive-thrus. I just cut what I ate in half. And then about 2 months in, I lost about 18 pounds. In that third month, I'm like, I'm cutting out the junk. I'm going to cut back. I said, I'm going to cut back because I made little micro movements that got me to the pain. Okay.
And it worked beautifully.
Well, I've microed and macroed it out a little bit. I've put back on 10 pounds, but I won't let myself get past the 10. I will do you see what I'm saying? I'm always mindful of, hey, you're going to extreme here. So let's back off. Tell me about food. I've been watching you, stalking you.
Oh gosh.
Some of your interviews recently. I want to go deep.
I know.
Because I want to say this.
How hard do you want to go on your audience? I try
Let's
to
go.
meet people
She can handle it.
All right. Well, first,
give us the truth. You're a straight shooter.
Okay. All right. I want to preface by saying that at the end of the day, if you're not eating perfectly, if you're not even eating better quality food, if you're going through the drive-thru but eating less, it's going to have a massive impact on your health, and you're a perfect example. So I often recommend a walking pad, 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. And then let's watch those calories. And if you don't want to count them, remove beverages that have calories. No sodas, no juices, no 500 calorie coffees. Perfect, right? I have a little sparkling water right here that has no calories in it. So I can make it really simple. If you want the honest truth about what's in your food, it's going to feel a bit overwhelming. And the reality is that in large part, we are consuming over 70% of our calories from what's called ultra processed foods. And go ahead.
No, and my kids too. I mean, I need to hear, you need to shoot me straight. You need to shoot us straight. It's time.
There are about 10,000 chemicals in these ultra processed foods. 9,500 of which, give or take 100 or so, are illegal in pretty much every other country of the developing world, whether it's Singapore, Canada, or France. They're illegal. So our system, unfortunately, is not broken. As my friend Brigham Bueller says quite often, it's rigged. There's just sheer raw economic incentive across the board that has facilitated this, allowing major corporations to put profit over people. Now, myself and people in my industry, we are, we're sounding the alarm, of course, and we're working on facilitating systemic change, which I can't promise. And in fact, I have often advocated very aggressively for people taking agency because I don't know if those lifeboats are ever going to show up. Change on a macro level is very, very difficult. That means changing the way
it takes a long time.
It's a huge problem. And it is beyond David and Goliath. I mean, you're talking about
systems.
Boom.
Yeah, systems. Yes.
I want you to know. I want you angry about it. I want you going to endchronicdisease.com and messaging your representatives telling them this is unacceptable. I want you to sign petitions on Food Babes, Instagram, Vani Hari, telling Kellogg, hey, take the low-hanging fruit and give us the food you give the Canadians here. How about that? Let's start there. Solutions you've already arrived at, provide those to the American people, since those formulations are outlawed in Canada and so on. I want people to take these simple steps of activism. However, the most important thing we can do is what you're doing. And this is where I try to determine how much I want to expose you. So it's like, I want you outraged. I want you awake, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed and like it's so broken. What's the point?
Or defeated.
If that makes
defeated.
Sense.
Yeah.
Bingo. Exactly.
Okay, Jillian, I got
changes you've made are everything. You're exactly what I'm trying to get people to do.
But I'm ready for the next level. I'm ready for the next level. Can you do me a favor? Can I back up for a minute? Because you are so, I just want to like encourage you and edify you for a minute in how you're doing. You talk in ways that are connecting and understandable. So I appreciate that. But can you define for me what ultra processed food is? Like we hear that, we know, oh, bad word. What is it?
Chips Ahoy.
Okay. All right. Let me just drink my water and sit back.
Oh, Kim, and now Kim is feeling attacked. I love it.
Drop the Jillian Michaels has showed up today.
Chips Ahoy. Okay. So.
No, I hear you. You.
You freeze vegetables. That's processed. Hence the reason we discuss the concept of ultra processed food, because there's a big difference between something that's freeze dried or packaged and frozen and so on and so forth. Ultra processed, it's going to be white flour, white sugar.
What?
Think of it, stuff that doesn't have a mother, stuff that didn't come from the ground, a Cheeto, an Oreo, cheap spaghetti that's like nothing but bleached white, stripped, enriched GMO crops, ketchup with 50 different chemicals in it that are, by the way, also illegal in Europe. Their ingredients for ketchup and our ingredients for ketchup, we've got about 20 extra ingredients in it. So all of this crap in the plastic boxes and bags that does not look like it ever had a mother or could have possibly grown out of the ground, that's an ultra processed food. A white hot dog bun, ultra processed. A whole grain piece of bread with nuts and seeds like Ezekiel bread, Dave's Killer bread. Not perfect, but a far, far better option. And ultra processed foods have all of these chemicals in them that I've just referenced. Petrochemicals, formaldehyde, pesticides, fertilizers that are chemical, herbicides, fungicides, artificial colors, artificial flavors, fake sugars, fake fats, preservatives, anti-caking agents, emulsifiers, plastics, heavy metals. All of this crap is in the food. And so, yes, I'm constantly advocating about being a healthy size, and that's very important. And obesity is associated with
epidemic. Yes.
It's associated with 170 comorbidities. The top contributor to cancer and heart disease and metabolic dysfunction like type 2 diabetes, so on and so forth. But let me just say, obesity is a symptom. So not only are they getting all these chemicals, they're getting too many calories at the same time.
No. That's great. You have to stop there. You have to explain that because you just let a lot of people who struggle with their weight off the hook there. You're not, because it's a shame game. Weight and obesity is the shame game.
I know, but it's the shame. Okay, so you want to go a little
you
deeper
just
on
said
that
you just said a mouth. I'm processing, babe. You got to. I'm not as fast as you.
So, first of all, let me explain that obesity, the default condition for human beings in the 21st century, is obese by design. Between big farming, big food, big pharma. And big insurance, we call it structural violence.
That's why we're big.
Back in the 70s when I was a kid, 10% of the adult population was overweight or obese. In the 50s, it was 5%. So it was kind of gradually creeping up, right? When the big tobacco companies took over the big food companies, and we had some key changes in the way that big food and big pharma were allowed to lobby our politicians, so on and so forth. The long and the short of it is you saw a supersonic rise in obesity and chronic disease. By the time I was 21, the obesity rates tripled. Now it's 74% of our adult population is overweight or obese. 50% of our kids are overweight or obese. Childhood obesity did not exist in the 50s. It didn't even exist. That's why type 2 diabetes used to be called adult onset diabetes. Now it's called type 2 because kids are getting it. Kids are getting fatty liver disease. 1 in 36 kids is diagnosed with autism. It used to be 1 in 100,000 back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I mean, infertility is going up at 1% a year. It's the highest in human history. The chronic disease is exploding across the board. Men's testosterone levels, a 30-year-old man today has the testosterone level that a 50-year-old man had 30 years ago. Everything is going up all at the same time. So yes, obesity exacerbates the problem, but obesity is simply one of these conditions. So it is an accelerant to things like cancer and metabolic disease. Absolutely. And inflammation over the entire body because it releases inflammatory proteins, so on and so forth. But the reality is that this food is designed to undermine your satiety, because normal whole food communicates with our body. It provides information, protein, healthy fats, fiber, releases satiety hormones. We eat, we're done. These foods don't do that. Not only do they not release satiety hormones, because look at a Cheeto, there's no protein, there's no fiber, there's no healthy fat. They, in fact, spike our blood sugar, crash our blood sugar, and not only don't release satiety hormones, they make us more hungry, and they're designed to do so. They're engineered to do so by food scientists. That's what I mean. It's by design. So they're triggering the bliss point in your brain. They are the ultimate, I've had a bad day, I need a McFlurry or whatever the heck it is, right? It's, I need that dopamine hit. I can control it. It's everywhere. There's ubiquitous cues to eat everywhere. The office kitchen, right, with the donuts, the vending machine at your kid's school, the drive-through on the corner of your street. It's everywhere.
So we didn't have vending machines when we were growing up. You didn't have soda machines and snack. You didn't have any of that. I mean, the most exciting thing we got at school was, remember the rectangle like pizza day? That was the most exciting day at the lunchroom. It's like, oh my gosh, pizza day! You know? How do we stop it? It's everywhere. How do we stop? I want you to give me bite size, no pun intended, 3 things that we can do to really shift. I don't want longevity talk here. I mean, give me shortgevity. Give me what I can do right now to, and everybody listening, just to get a hold of our health a little bit better.
Okay. Here's the low-hanging fruit that anybody can do no matter what. Number 1 is a step goal. Of course, as a health expert and as a fitness expert, I'm going to say, we need resistance training for your muscles and your bones. We need HIIT training. And, it's the best thing ever for managing insulin resistance and improving cardiovascular function. But honestly, if you just have a step goal, I would love 10,000 steps a day. If you do 7,000 steps a day, the impact on your health is actually massive.
Okay,
massive.
Jillian,
it's
just
massive.
What? Okay,
Massive.
give me what step goal? 10,000 ideal, 7,000. We'll take it. What does it do?
Walking pad.
But what does it do?
Kim. First of all, it burns 1.5 times more calories than sitting. Second of all, it improves your cardiovascular function. Third of all, it improves your insulin sensitivity, which is related to metabolic disease. If you just go for a walk after eating, you are dramatically improving your body's ability to stay sensitive to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, metabolic disease. And that has a host of chronic diseases that are associated
and that runs in my
with that
family.
kind of metabolic disorder.
That runs in my family.
But I want you to think of your genetics. Dr. Agatston says this. He's the cardiologist who created the calcium score. And he says, genetics load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. So remember that how we live, we can upregulate the expression of our genetics or downregulate the expression of our genetics. So getting your sleep, moving your body, eating a little bit better makes your genetics inherently express themselves to their fullest potential, if you will.
Got it. Yeah.
Whereas the Chips Ahoy, the sedentary, the not sleeping, the massive stress, then it's like, what am I prone to? Heart disease. Yeah, let's really build up this LDL cholesterol that we're not removing in the arteries. All of these things can be impacted. So keep that in mind. So get yourself a freaking walking pad. I don't want to hear it. I have one downstairs. I put my computer on it and I literally just shuffle along and I answer my emails. Then I write my blogs and vlogs and I write my newsletters and I plan my podcasts.
What is that? What is a walking pad? Is that a treadmill?
Absolutely. A walking pad is honestly a mini treadmill. So it's just a flat pad, like the bottom part of your treadmill.
Okay.
And you can get a stand-up desk. So you can just take this little pad and put it under your stand-up desk or put it at the kitchen counter, which is something that I used to do and until we moved. I had this cheap little walking pad and I put it at my kitchen counter because my kitchen counter was elevated. Then I ended up buying one and it has these two arms that come up so that the desk elevates or I'm sorry, you can forgive me, you can lift or lower the desk. Put your computer, your tablet on top of it, watch your television show, answer your emails, and shuffle along. I don't need a marathon. And by the end of your day, you will have done your 7,000, 10,000 steps because it's snowing here, Jill, or it's, I'm working, I have emails. There's no excuse. It goes in your house. It's small. You can fold it up, put it away. Easy, compact, affordable, cheap. Buy it once, have it forever. That is the easiest thing you can do, and it costs nothing. I have a producer on my podcast, sweetest guy. I'm going to put him on blast. His name's Chuck Lavella.
Hey, Chuck.
Sorry, Chuck. But Chuck will like this because everybody thinks Chuck's on Ozempic and he's not. So it's really upset him actually. So Chuck was 240 when we started. No. I'm sorry. He was 230 when we started. And this was about 4 months ago. Chuck is now 190. He's lost 40 pounds and all he's doing is walking 10,000 steps a day. And he's eating 1,600 calories with unlimited greens. That's it. That's all I have him doing. And it's working. So then the next step is moving on. Let's look at the food.
So this is number two. Number one is get your step goal in. Number two.
You gotta count calories. Because
I'm living proof, people. I am living proof.
Kim, it's physics. It's the first law of thermodynamics. I work with a lot of doctors and I don't want to poo-poo on them.
Don't, but I hear you.
The issue is that they're like, well, you can't just say eat less, move more. Actually, you can. But the reason it's a problem, you can, you should, and it does work and you're proof and Chuck is proof. But the issue is that when you're eating crappy food, you got a Doritos commercial. You can't eat just one. Because
literally,
of the things we've talked about. It undermines your satiety. It actually crashes your blood sugar to make you, in fact, more hungry. You can suck down a big gulp for 300 calories. It'll crash your blood sugar and you're starving again and you're tired. So it perpetuates the eating cycle. These crappy foods make you eat more. And over time, they will disrupt your metabolism and slow down the amount your body burns in a day. But it takes years, and it has to do with endocrine disruption and messing up your hormone balance, which is, it's big. I wrote a whole book on it 15 years ago called Master Your Metabolism. But the reality is that it's still, right? Like if you do what you do, and there's a great study called the Twinkie diet, and I encourage everyone to Google it. It was by a professor of nutrition named Mark Taub, and he ate nothing but garbage, food desert diet, but he ate less of it. He did it for 10 weeks, and I believe he lost around 27 pounds. Point being, you can eat Twinkies and lose weight. It's not good for you, but it's a lot better than 2 Twinkies, right? A half a Twinkie versus 2 Twinkies, and that's the point. So if we can reduce the amount you're eating, you're going to have tremendous results. And if you don't have the bandwidth to sit there and be like, okay, this bread has 80 calories or whatever, a slice, and okay, whatever, I don't. Simple things like cut your portions in half automatically. Cut out drinking any beverages. Like this sort of does the work.
That kills. I was drinking 2 or 3 Cokes a day.
That's 500 calories almost.
Girl,
150 calories of pure sugar.
4,000 calories a day, people. People don't believe it. I have an appetite.
Oh, it's easy to do, actually. I believe it because it's so easy. This is my point. They don't believe it, but the same reason I told you about the study where they underestimate their intake by 1,000 calories a day. Mm-hmm. They don't understand what's in the things they're eating. So, of course, I want you to look at it, read the labels, and have a handful of breakfast that you make at home. An egg, 80 calories. Got it. This slice of bread is 80 calories. Okay.
Right.
2 eggs, 2
know your
slices of
go-tos.
bread.
Yes.
You'll know it forever. And then I like to say unlimited greens. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it worked for me because I knew, like, when I went to Chick-fil-A, I would just get the 12 grilled nuggets. I knew exactly how many calories it is. And it's so funny. I started doing that, Jillian, and like my kids now do it too. Like they know when we go and eat, we know what is what and we know what we can order. And like, I'm like,
that's exactly right.
Okay. All right. Oh my God. I feel so validated. Oh my God. I feel so validated.
That's step 2. So ultimately, and here's the simple science, and I want to explain it, but the long and the short of it is that a calorie is a unit of energy. Okay. So it's kind of like saying a pound of feathers and a pound of cement. Do they weigh the same? Yes. A pound is a pound. One's soft on your hands, one will cause calluses. Point being, a calorie is a calorie. Is a calorie of avocado going to be the same as a calorie of Cheeto? No. One will ultimately lead to disease, and one is your best form of medicine. So one's your slowest cause of disease, and the other one is your best cause of medicine. Nevertheless, from a size perspective, a calorie is a calorie. Calories that do not get utilized, right? So this energy that you don't use, because they're a unit of energy, this takes energy. Talking to you takes energy. Energy that I'm not utilizing gets stored in my fat cells. It's broken down and stored. You don't need a big biochemistry lesson. Just think of it as being that simple. Now, what the fat does in the body, different conversation. We could talk about, it's releasing inflammatory proteins. It's messing up your endocrine system.
Oh my God.
It's getting in your arteries. It's getting in your liver. It's getting in your brain. Great. So obesity is related to disease for all of those reasons. But in addition, the chemicals in the food will make a skinny person sick eventually. Skinny people get cancer. Skinny people have heart disease.
It's not just about weight. Yes.
Bingo. And let me give you a few examples. Kate Middleton. I don't think she's going to Chick-fil-A. I love you, Kim. I don't see it. And she's okay. She's also
True that.
She's also not overweight, right? Olivia Munn, breast cancer, not overweight. Maria Menounos had pancreatic cancer, not overweight. So my point is that there's other crap in this food.
Yeah.
Even the stuff that you don't realize that will still make you sick. So being smaller is step 1. And then the third piece is going to be common sense with your food choices. So your continuum of grilled chicken nuggets instead of fried chicken nuggets.
Hello.
Things like that. Simple.
So
simple.
Step, get your step goal in, cut your calories, make better choices in foods.
Then go common sense on the food choices. So, for example, Fruit Loops. Good grief.
Oh, God, Lord.
So
Jesus,
bad.
Help me so much.
Oh, gosh.
What about Frosted Flakes? It's a no, right? It's a no.
No. But
if it's got banana in it?
Could we do a little granola?
I love granola. I love granola. I do.
Maybe an organic granola. So, but if not, okay. All right, that's okay. But we're removing the artificial food coloring. We're removing the bleached flour. We're mitigating it. So I don't need perfection. I simply need you to look at this spectrum of this food will kill me and this food will cure me. And let me try to go on the second half of that food scale.
Yes. Okay.
Common sense.
Let me break down some of the reasons why I love Factor. First, the food is yummy. It's restaurant quality, y'all. They use premium products and they're never frozen ingredients like filet mignon, they shrimp and blackened salmon. And every week there are 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from. So even though it's keeping me healthy, it doesn't feel like I'm compromising. I don't get bored. Here's the game changer for me. It saves me so much time and I don't feel like I need to go through the drive-thru. If I have a Factor meal in the fridge, it's really quick and easy because the Factor meals are ready to eat, y'all, in literally 2 minutes with no prep and no cleanup. Head on over to factormeals.com/Kim50 and use code Kim50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code Kim50 at factormeals.com/Kim50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. They're good, they're fast, they're Factor. The offer I'm about to tell you about is insane. So y'all need to listen up because I can save you up to $300 on a new air purifier from Air Doctor. And if you're like me, you're always trying to figure out how to be healthier and how to crack the code for longevity. And that's why I am obsessed with our new sponsor because Air Doctor is going to help you live so much healthier with every single breath that you take. Let me introduce you to Air Doctor. It's an air purifier that filters out 99.99% of dangerous contaminants from the air that you're breathing every single day. Now, I had no idea how bad indoor air could be, but until I did the research and learned that indoor air can be up to 100 times more polluted than the outdoor air, and that's according to the EPA. Indoor air pollutants can cause respiratory symptoms like sneezing, congestion, scratchy throat, and even more serious health problems like lung and even heart disease. Air Doctor comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't love it, just send it back for a full refund. Head to airdoctorpro.com and use promo code KIM and you'll receive up to $300 off air purifiers. You'll also receive a free 3-year warranty on any unit, which is an additional $84 in value. Lock the special offer by going to airdoctorpro.com. That's airdoctorpro.com and use the promo code KIM. And get ready, y'all, to breathe healthier, cleaner air with Air Doctor. I'm a big proponent of you are the captain of your own fate. Oh captain. That we can really make change. I have made change personally in my life over the years, and I do believe we have the power. I will say it's like your fitness app. Your fitness app is fantastic. Everybody go download Jillian's fitness app. I mean, you have a wearable iTouch wearables where you can train and help yourself hit your step goal. And then your podcast, yeah. I have just been I have went to church today, people. I'm going to start walking my 10,000 steps. But your podcast, Keeping It Real, will we get more of this information if we tune into your podcast?
Yes. You're going to get access to some of the best MDs, PhDs, and health advocates from around the world. So you get that deeper dive and you have access that we're quite simply denied for a host of reasons. But nevertheless, Now we have access, so we know what tests to ask for. We know. I'll give you an example. When you listen to Dr. Arthur Agatston talk about heart health, as I mentioned, he created the calcium scores, one of the top cardiologists in the world. You're probably not, because of the way the system is designed, getting the attention, the care, the comprehensive blood panels, the preventative screenings that you need. So you can listen to him and he'll say, cholesterol is an indicator, but ultimately it's irrelevant because you could have high cholesterol and no plaque, or low cholesterol and lots of plaque. How do we tell? A calcium score. What does that mean? Now you've listened. Now you know what to ask for.
Yeah.
And if
you're your captain, you're your own captain.
But you got to empower yourself. You got to know how to have those conversations with your healthcare professional. That's the key.
I loathe working out. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I don't like it afterwards. I don't like it before. But to get the steps in, I get. The cutting the calories, I get. Making better food choices. I'm in the South. We eat everything fried, covered, and smothered. Okay, so I mean, but I can just do it fried and covered and leave off the smothered. I mean, I'm learning common sense. Okay, so grilled, smothered, and covered. Now, before you go, because I know you're on a tight time schedule, you're a busy woman. We do this thing called rapid fire questions. So the first thing, okay, you're not going to have zippo problem with this because you're fast. You're quick, quick.
I'm ready.
So the first thing that comes up comes out. Okay, here we go.
Rapid fire questions.
There's no wrong answer. And be risque, be raw, be real.
Oh, okay. I have a swearing problem, and I've really been working.
Swear, we'll bleep you out. I don't have many bleeps on here, so please, I'd love a good bleep. Okay, here we go.
I'm really working on it. Okay. Look, it's so hard.
I'm working on the Chips Ahoy, and you're working on the. I know, I love it. I love it.
I got my finger on the
see
button.
how real she is, Zach. You see how real she is.
I'm ready to beep at any time. I'm just gonna go for it.
It's so great. Just go.
I'm gonna try so hard. Okay, go.
I love you. I so adore you. Okay.
But rapid fire, I can't censor in that short
don't
time
censor.
frame, so.
Don't. I don't want it.
I'm gonna try. Okay.
We need more of you in the world. Okay, here we go. Who is the greatest human who ever lived?
Oh gosh. Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Einstein.
Oh, I love that. Hello.
Just so cool. Who the heck?
Very cool.
Figure out. I mean, the guy's
well, that's three, honey. That's three.
I know. And I didn't name
it's
one
so great.
woman, and I'm so sorry. But those are the ones.
Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa.
Yeah. You're right.
She was just. I mean, come on. Pure as the driven sky.
Maya Angelou was another. Harriet Tubman.
Tubman, fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like those. Oh, anyway.
Okay, here we go. If there was holiday named after you, what would it be called?
Smushmas. So my son, I don't know how we got here, but
Precious.
My son ended
How old is your son?
He's 12 now.
I love it.
I had a nickname from my wife, and he got it wrong and started calling her Smush. And then everybody in the household started being like, Smush. It was the new Honey. Honey. So it became Smush. So everybody Smush.
Oh.
So Smushmas.
Smushmas. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Oh, I bet. I have two boys. So are you not sitting on clean toilet seats either?
He has to use the bathroom in his room.
Just paint your walls yellow and forget it. Mine are teenagers. I've got almost an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old. So everything is just, what do we have? What is for dinner? And then just pee all over the place. So there you go.
Oh my God.
Best of luck to you. Call me when that happens. All right, here we go. What's one skill you wish you had?
Oh, I wish I could sing.
Oh
my gosh. I think
you got a good voice, though. You got that good sexy.
No. Oh my God. I got a story for you. Years ago, after Pink had her daughter Willow, I got a phone call to help her get back on track after the baby. So I worked with her for a little while, and then it ended up organizing her regimen with a friend of mine, Jeanette Jenkins. Long story short, we were talking about this, and she's like, Jill, everybody can sing. And I was like, no, Alicia, I don't think so. She's like, I'm telling you I would know. I go, okay. So she's like, sing something for me. And she's like, well, maybe not everyone. After I actually can't do it. But music is a huge unifying force.
It's a healer too.
It is. It brings people together. Mm-hmm. And I wish I had that skill set. That, and I wish I could stand the sight of blood, because I really do worship at the feet of incredible doctors who seek out the root cause. I mean, these are people that are saving lives.
This passion. I
just, not all of them, but the ones that are dedicated and brilliant, I am in awe. I wish that I could tolerate the sight of blood to start, because I couldn't even begin.
But you can communicate in a way that they probably need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody works together to really get
I appreciate
the good out.
Kim.
It's true. It's the truth. So help me. I mean, Zach, do you agree with me? I told Jess that she's
100%.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could instantly teach your teenage kids one thing, what would it be? Okay, I can't wait to hear
it. Always right. I am
right.
always right. I am always right. I'm always right. I'm always right. Right?
Right?
Stop fighting. You knew nothing. You knew zero. You are a fetus in the world. Shut up. Roll your eyes, you fools.
My God, we are sisters. I think we were separated at birth.
Oh my God, Kim,
I know.
Oh my God. And when they think,
it's
one thing to not listen, but the nerve.
I know.
When they go to the lecture, oh my God. I'm sorry. The experience that you have on this subject matter is what
nothing.
Again? Hold on. 0. Oh my God, Kim.
Girl, Jess, I was on the toilet the other day. This is overshare.
I'm sweating. My little, please go.
It was homecoming. It was home freaking coming. My son's taking this new girl to the homecoming, and he's like, and I said, look, dude, don't be too eager. Okay, don't be an eager. Just take it slow. People like what they can't have. I'm just telling you.
Yep.
His exact words to me. I want to know if you've heard this. Mom, you don't know anything about that. Was a long time ago when you went. I said, well, I have every dude chase me like a dog in heat, so I know a little bit something about something. Okay, look at your daddy still chasing me. They don't know anything, girl. Nothing.
When they roll their eyes. Oh my!
And the phones,
God.
and the phones, they're selling TikTok, and the phones, freaking phones
is where brain cells go to die.
Oh my God! TikTok. But I love it so much. I do love TikTok.
Do you?
I'm sorry.
I absolutely hate it. I cannot.
You're
get
all
there,
over
Kim.
it, honey. I've watched your videos about 1 million times. So you bet. Yeah, you probably could be making some money. Get in there and get an account.
X a lot. I'm on X a lot.
I like X. I like X. I like X.
I like X. I like cat memes on Instagram.
Okay. Now we're really best friends. All right, here's one for you. This is a good one. Who is your favorite celebrity crush?
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Yeah, there's going to be many.
I know. Keanu Reeves.
Oh, God, I love him. Oh, my gosh.
I am gay, but for some reason, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, no. I get it. It's so, I get it. And let me say, I love his girlfriend, too. His new girlfriend
these days?
She's got this gray hair. She's gorgeous. She's just perfect. They are Keanu Reeves. Okay, and I heard a story from a friend of a friend who was in the industry.
But he's like the nicest guy, right?
Nicest guy. And shows up on time. Okay.
Rides the subway.
Just a real dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Keanu
I agree with you.
I don't know why.
And The Matrix. Did you love The Matrix?
Oh my God, John
and Bill
Wick.
And Bill and Ted, excellent venture. Okay. All right. I swear. How old are you? How old are you, Jillian?
50. I just turned 50.
I'm 53. Yeah.
Same.
Not 54.
You know what, Zach? Never mind. Here we go. Now I'm going to leave this with you, and you have to answer it, Jillian. And don't give me any. I don't want to hear the goody two shoes answer.
Okay.
Shoot me straight. I'm not saying you endorse this, but I want you to shoot me straight. Okay. What is your favorite junk food?
Alcohol. Alcohol.
That's the show, everybody.
Salty and sweet.
See you later. That's it. We're just gonna.
No. I gotta hear. She didn't skip a beat, Zach. She was like, alcohol.
That's my favorite answer to that question ever.
You know why? Because I don't actually eat like treats anymore. I don't do cake and cookies and all that stuff because.
Not? Oh my God.
No, girl.
You practice what you preach. You practice what you preach, girl.
It's not that I don't think you could work it in moderately. It's that because food was my addiction.
Got it.
I stay away from it. It's
but you drink like a fish.
I don't actually.
Okay.
And I don't eat, like, I can have blue corn tortilla chips and that stuff's not bad. Like, I can dig into stuff like that and make it healthy. So that also isn't bad. Like, I don't need Cheetos. I can have organic blue corn tortilla chips with some fresh salsa and still feel happy
so
as a
good.
man. But alcohol is not good for you. It's just not. And so having like a glass of wine or a tequila on the rocks. Dr. Peter Attia said this to me once. And I was like, blue zones, blue zones, blue zones. He goes, Jillian, listen to me, okay? He goes, you understand that ethanol in your beverage, the alcohol in your beverage, ethanol, there's no healthy amount of it, right? Like, it's not good for your gut health. It's not good for your brain. Can your body get away with it? Yes. Can you do a moderate amount and be okay? Sure. But there's no healthy amount. And if you're going to try to sell me on it, he's like, you're just dead wrong and outdated on it.
So alcohol is a guilty pleasure junk food when you have it.
Yeah. A glass of wine, a tequila on the rocks. Like,
do you do the margaritas?
Sake? No, girl, but I will do. do.
Here we go.
So if they have a spicy margarita on the menu, right? Okay, what's in it? Fresh lime juice. Yes. Maybe muddled cucumbers. Yes. Maybe jalapenos. All yes. Agave. Out. No. Honey. No. Simple syrup. No. Triple sec. No. So tequila with the fresh lime juice, maybe the tahini on there and the jalapenos. Yes. And I've been known to have two of those in a sentence sometimes. So it can happen, Cam. It's happened before.
Let me tell you something. I love you even more after this interview. Thank you for coming on. Y'all, you got to go. Go to Jillian. Go hit Jillian Michaels up on her website. It's JillianMichaels.com. Download the fitness app and get Jillian Michaels as your personal trainer in your pocket. And check out Jillian's podcast, Keeping It Real with Jillian Michaels. No, I mean, that's not a stretch there. You already know that.
It's on YouTube. Totally
it's
free.
It's probably on TikTok too. So check it out. Which, which is now on video, which I love. And follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and all across social media platforms at Jillian Michaels. Jillian, can you come back? I love you.
Oh my gosh, it's totally mutual. I would love it. Thank you for having me.
And I got to tell you something. There's something big coming down the pike for you in such a powerful way that you have been prepared for. I don't know what I think it's going to really change, the world, but especially Americans and our health. And I can't wait to watch it unfold.
You're so sweet. I hope so, bud.
I know
it's all been building to this, but as I've begun to alienate more America.
That means I'll tell you, Jillian, I've just been following you, watching you, thinking to myself, oh man, she's now at the firing range right now. And I know, but I won't tell you, you're a warrior, my friend, and created for such a time as this. For such a time as this.
I cannot tell you how much that means to me. Like, all jokes aside, that means the world to me, because I'll leave you with this. I was talking to a friend of mine who was at the nation's capital with me, and everyone's like, these are people that are trying to sell you something. And my friend Brigham was like, do they have any idea how much more money we would be making?
This is the opposite of that. Yeah.
It's like, do you have any idea? You don't take advertising dollars from big food. You don't take advertising dollars from big pharma. You don't take advertising dollars from big insurance. You can't do deals with any of these companies. So, it's, sometimes you go down this path and you're like, oh man, I hope I didn't.
What did I do?
I hope I didn't make a mistake.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's worth it. It's a mission.
Right side of history. It is. It's about being on the right side of history. So I hope to God, that I can just at least do some good with that messaging. And I'm so grateful to you for having me on and for telling me that, because I think you may have said it right when I needed to hear it the most. So
well, and this is the thing, Jillian, like you're a mom and you're the children and you're married and you have a family. And at the end of the day, that's what we're responsible for first. And then our communities, which is our extended family. So I fully support you 1000%. If I can ever be your example of what not to do, call me.
You're my example of what to do.
Well,
your success has been tremendous. You've actually proved my point. And I love that even more. Thank you, guys.
All right, girl.
You're
Appreciate
wonderful.
you coming on. Love you, sis.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, girl.
Thank you, guys. I hope I get to talk to you again soon.
Hello. But we're here and we're doing it. And we will not keep you too long because I'm so glad you're here. You do look great. I love that jacket. Come on with it. That is hot. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, is everyone? Am I the one that's frozen? Oh, no.
No, she's frozen, but I think she's coming back. She's back.
She's coming back. Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, okay. Girl. The text of promise is going to be good.
All right.
If you like this episode, here's another one I think you're going to love. Zach, how long am I going to have to point at this? Is this enough?